Okay, so we will move very fast.
Yeah.
Apostle, I know a lot of people will think about you and think about the fact that you're a man of God and you teach the undiluted word of God, but would you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? If you actually say anything besides your being a man of God, would you want to tell us something about yourself?
I think I play table tennis and I play cards sometimes. And I like watching boxing. When I'm depressed, I don't pray, I watch boxing. Because it makes me to know how to re-strategize to face the devil properly.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Apostle Emmanuel Nkum,
Yeah.
what inspired you to write books?
I think that legacy and posterity is not in building. It's not in houses. It is in what you have imprinted into the sands of time for generations unborn to come and read, and that alone will cause them to lead. You can't be erased from the sands of time if you pen down what God has put inside of you. And so I am not only inspired, it's quite intentional to be able to affect, effect, and influence my generation.
This is how you know you're listening to Apostle Emmanuel Nkum. Please give him a round of applause. Papa, if I may ask, you're launching 5 books.
Yeah.
Did you write them all simultaneously? And how long ago did you start writing the books?
Well, the books that were supposed to come out is not the books that came out. So the books, this one did not take long. But the other one that is coming out by August is very huge. So let's talk about this. This thing didn't really, it took a little bit long time. You know, sometimes you can write some things and leave them there, and then you just go and pick it again and then continue small. And then little drop of water is what the mighty ocean is now that we are seeing.
Wow, that's beautiful. Papa, what perspectives in life are you seeking to challenge with the books you have written? So we have Grace Technology, we have another Grace book, 21 Dimensions of Grace. We have I Can Be Better Than This. I'll come back with questions on the books, but what perspectives are you seeking to challenge with the books that you have written?
I think I want to challenge people's status quo. I want to challenge mediocrity. I want to challenge challenges and rechannel people into the right channel in the game of life. Because learning, unlearning, and relearning is the only way for earning. And the reason why many people are not able to move forward in life is because they are still reading backward. And guess what? You can't look back and move forward. And so I'm challenging, everything is about the mind. And so I'm challenging the mindset of people. Most importantly, validation of their salvation, the challenge of their mental capacity, okay? Deeper access into what Jesus have done, and challenging them as individuals to be able to come into a level to know that wherever I am, there is somewhere greater still awaiting me.
Are there any controversial issues in the books?
A lot of them.
Okay.
A lot of them. Especially Grace Technology.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at that book and I'm smiling a little bit. And as I went through it when the book came out, I realized the book need update immediately. Because many things are now dropping. And the challenges is that, about that book, is the fact that I can't carry God and go to hell. It's very controversial. And another controversial thing about this particular book is that I am a human being, by the reason of redemption, I carry the blood of Jesus, and I do refill through communion. It's quite controversial. Another controversy about this book is the process of apheresis. How there was a total evacuation of the blood from an anthropological being, and then a total infusion of the blood of God into the blood of a man, into the body of a man, for the man to have the exact and precise genotype of God, the chromosomes of God, the DNA of God, to exhibit the phenotype of God. And it's very deep, because then you lose the traits from your background. You lose the traits from your paternal and your maternal lineage. And what limits other people can no longer limit you, because you are carrying a blood, and that blood you carry is what influences you your destiny, and even your destination.
Wow. With the little that we are hearing about the depth of knowledge that is carried in these books, I am very sure that you'd want to buy a copy very, very soon. Papa, you're also known as the Apostle of Grace. In 2 sentences, kindly summarize grace.
Well, grace is a divine disposition that was released from eternity to change a man's position because of our present condition. So when we talk about grace, it is the unmerited favor of God favoring, the people who didn't have the merit to be able to be saved. And I would say that grace does not function in 3 areas. It does not function in human's ability, human merit, and human connection. So the fact that you think you have ability, you are good, you merit something, doesn't give you a guarantee for grace. As a matter of fact, you are disqualified when you believe you are qualified before grace.
Wow. Okay. We would buy the books and we would understand a bit more. Papa, I'll jump to alacrity of the mind. There's a line that struck me there where you said that if you don't dig deep into your mind, the world or people will not mine you. I sought to understand it the English way, but if we may know, how do you dig deep into your mind?
Everybody in life has been encapsulated with inner potentials. And the discovering of that potentials is what determines your credentials in life. And there are many people with that credentials because their potentials are dormant. The ability to be able to dig your mind is what will make people look for you and look for what is inside of you. Now, in Africa, we are digging the ground for oil. We are digging the ground for gold. We are digging the ground for bauxite. But what we have not yet dug is our mind. And we go to people like France without gold, without bauxite, without oil, and we go and borrow money from them. We have too much resources, but we are our source because our mind has not been aligned to the resources on the ground. So guess what? Everything Ghana has, about only 7% comes to Ghana. The rest of the profit goes to the world. Think about it. You have a pawpaw in your house. 10 of them are ripe. Then somebody will come and say, I can turn it to become pawpaw juice. And then they buy the pawpaw for only 2 pawpaw price and take the rest and come and sell 2 pawpaw for you for 10 pawpaw. That is the reason Africa can never be able to change the realm of where we are until we change leadership, we change people who think better. And one of the people that I think everybody should follow is the president of Rwanda, Kagame. If you follow Ghana president, Nigeria president, all these people, they don't know what they are doing. And the reason why I'm saying this, I know I'm live on maybe Metro TV. The reason why I'm saying that is because, think about it. Do you know the worth of the entirety of Ghana gold on the ground? But Ghana's back is still on the ground. We almost went to IMF because our leaders know how to share money. They don't know how to share ideas. So if you don't dig your mind, politics will be the reason our generations will be left empty. And so now it comes to a level of education. Everything we learn in Africa is as a result of what the Obodo Igbo people, you know Obodo Igbo people, I'm talking the white people. I mean, I went to court just of recent and I saw somebody wearing a wig and wearing suit and also covering themselves at an environment where they introduce the thing. No? The weather there is very cold weather. So they make them to wear all those things to cover them. Now, we have gained independence. But look at what we are still wearing. They are still wearing wigs and sweating in a place without air conditioning. Think about it. If Africans will use our mind. So there is a lot of problems. So I feel like the problem of Africa is the mind. The problem of the church is the mind. Why? The church is used to spiritual warfare, but they are not used to mental warfare. But every spiritual warfare has a mental root. So the Bible said, casting down imagination and every thought that exalts itself above the knowledge of God. So the mind is very important. Do you know why you are here today? Your mind told you should be here. Then if you have a car and you don't know this place, the GPS brought you here. So your mind is the GPS to the destination designed by God before you were born. So if you don't dig it, wherever you have dug it is where you will remain.
Wow. Your mind is your GPS to your destination that has been designed by God. Apostle Emmanuel Nkum, right in front of me, I see I can be better than this. You spoke about the mind leading you to your destination that has been determined by God. I would want to find out from you, and it is something that I've been thinking about for a very long time. Is predestination real? I ask this because I think about, if predestination is real, if there's actually a reason why you were born, there's a fixed destiny for you, there's nothing you can do to influence it. No matter what happens, you're going to get there. I mean, so that is why I would want to find out from you, is predestination real?
Have you prepared okra soup before?
Yes.
What are the ingredients for okra soup?
So we have okra, we have pepper, we have no tomatoes, we have onions, we have crab, kotowele,
no, I think that is what you like, and I appreciate that. Now think about this.
Okay.
Think about this. If you don't prepare it, will you eat an okra soup?
No, you won't.
All these things you mentioned, if they are around and you don't prepare it, will you eat it?
Not at all.
So preparation is a breeding ground for discovery of that which God has predestined you to be. That is when purpose comes in.
Okay.
Because you see, destiny is an announced destination, but purpose is the discovery of it.
Okay.
You discover through purpose. Then once you walk through the level of purpose from one phase to the another, you will realize that you are getting very close. But let me say this. I believe in predestination. But I also believe that predestination does not just take you to your destination. Okay. Because the word pre is a preface word.
Yeah.
Before time, it has been designed. Now, you need to discover your maker that predestined you to be where you are supposed to be, and discover the route to your destination so your life will not be wasted in the game of life. Because speed on the wrong direction is an exercise in futility.
Okay. We'll leave it there, but we'll buy the book and we'll read out more of it. Papa, how can man cooperate with God to get to their destination?
That is when prayer comes in. That is when the word of the Lord comes in. Because anytime you open the pages of the Bible, you are discovering something your Creator designed for you. Some people are looking for prophetic word, but one of the greatest prophetic word is the Bible. God is still speaking, just that our Bibles are closed. Did you hear what I said?
Yes, I did.
Are you sure you
I
did?
did.
What did I say?
God is still speaking. It's just that our Bibles are closed.
Our Bibles are closed. Yeah. And we want to hear the voice of men. But God has already spoken. And if we are able to go into the scriptures, we're going to find out God's prophetic word for our lives before we were even born.
Okay.
And so read. And again also, find a way to pray to Him. Because you see the way you are close to me, right?
Yes, Papa.
And some of my children who are close to me, there are certain things they can ask me. There are certain conversations we can have. There are certain things, if I'm eating, I'll say, hey, Charlie, take some. But if somebody who is not close to me cannot take some, do you know what it simply means? It means that intimacy with God makes God unravel certain mysteries to you that you never thought you would be able to have access to. And so we need to talk to God more. We need to read about God more. And we need to dig into the mind of God concerning our lives. You have an iPhone, right?
Yes, I do.
Do you have a manual?
Yes, I do.
That manual is what gives you the benefit, the profit that you can get from the iPhone. It's not just for a call. Do you know your books can be in it?
Yes.
Do you know that everything about you can be on this phone. But somebody is having an iPhone, and guess what they are using to do?
Pictures.
It's just WhatsApp, pictures,
and
calls. Because they have not read the manual. God's word is a manual to our destiny. And so if everybody want to dig, they should dig the word. They will find themselves in this world.
Awesome. Papa, 21 dimensions of grace. Tell us about 3.
Okay. So I want them to get so that they can just get it.
Sure.
But first of all, the first level of grace is the cup of grace. It removes the cup of grace for the pipeline to flow. And that is the saving grace. Now, salvation is an encapsulation of the totality of God's provision for mankind. Now, anytime you come to encounter the saving grace, there is a level, it is an escape from hell, escape from destruction, and escape from satanic attack. As a matter of fact, that is one of the most powerful things that can ever happen unto a man. So, but many believers only have an idea about the saving grace. But grace goes beyond salvation. Grace goes beyond what? Salvation. And so what are the things that is in this grace that is beyond salvation? I've given you one. That is the cup. The one. You have to buy the book and get the 20.
We will.
I think it's going to be good. A guy took a boat, like a ship, and was traveling. And then he sat in it. And whilst he was in it, something happened that was quite intriguing. Guess what happened? They will bring food, wine, drink, this. The guy said, no, I don't drink. That is good. Me, I don't drink. Food, I don't eat. Water, I don't take water. So the hostess said that, no, I need to ask this guy if he want to die in this shape. So when he asked him, he said, sir, it is not that I don't want to eat, but all the money I have is what I use to buy the ticket. And he said, everything you will eat till we arrive was part of your ticket. He said, is that true? He said, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. The guy almost died.
I can imagine.
And so the reason why we lack is that we don't know the totality of the provision of God for our lives. And that is why 21 Dimensions of Grace is written, to unravel the mysteries of the complete benefit of the grace of God unto us.
Awesome. So we'll let you go very soon. But before you go, Papa, if I wanted to buy, no, I'm buying 5, so not me, but if anybody wanted to buy 3 of the books, which of them is a necessity, a must-have?
Any of the 3.
Any of the 3. Okay, so that is it. From our Father, any of the 3 would do for you. Thank you so much, Apostle Emmanuel Nkum.
Thank you so much. There is
please,
one book that I want to say one thing about. That is the delay game. Did I talk about the delay game?
No, you didn't.
Now, the reason why everybody needs the delay game is because there are, all of us seated here, there might be a particular delay in one area of our lives. But many people think that every delay is from the devil. And not every delay is from the devil. Delay can come from God, it can come from the devil, it can come from nature, it can come from your character.
Okay.
Now you have to now discover the source of your delay in order for you to deal with it. You know, and I realize that some delays are very good, some delays are very bad. How do you discover if the delay is from God? How do you know if it's from the devil? How do you know if it's from a character? For example, you were a lady and then, everyone that goes out with you complain about one particular thing, but you, dear, you have never seen it. And whatever they say, you still fight it, but not 1, not 2, not 3. Everybody is talking about it. Yet you have decided not to change because that is how you were brought up. You are an enemy to your own destiny, and not even God can save you. You need to buy that book. Because it's going to help you to be able. Some of them bad character is worse than, mouth odor.
That's a very serious one.
Yeah. Because sometimes many people are not where they are. You see, you can only color to your life. You can add color to your life when you develop certain level of characters. If you don't change, you remain in chains. And so, if it's from you, you must make amends. If it's from God, you must behave like Hannah and do certain things to bring a shift and a change. If it's from the devil, I've given you principles on how to deal with it and certain prayer topics that can be able to help you to deal with the power of delay. And let me tell you, it's called delay game because delay itself is a game.
I thought you'd want to clap for this. Wow. Thank you so much, Apostle
Thank
Emmanuel
you for having me.
I'm honored to have you here.
Hey, I'm excited to have you too. Wow.
Wow. This is an honor for me. And if we all may, shall we be on our feet and say a very big happy birthday to our father? Happy birthday to you.